Hello, friends. YouTube Raw review. We're a little out of sorts. We kind of have to rush, and there's a lot of
I
light.
can't really see anything. I'm kind of blind.
When somebody wears white, we have to have a lot of light to make up for it, and so we have these very bright lights shining at us. So if we squint a lot, we apologize. This is the Raw review for Monday, March.
I think March like 16th or 17th, something like that.
Yeah.
Ignore the scratching.
18th or.
No big deal, I promise.
So anyway, what did you think about the show? Good show.
It was a good show.
I was very excited because right off the bat we had the highlight reel, big show. They announced the match for the
Intercontinental title.
Intercontinental test.
Big Show versus
Then
1-2J.
2 minutes later they announced the McMahon versus Flair fight, which
Yeah, that was kind of awkward. McMahon was just standing there like, do I go? Do I go? Or do I go?
and he's having the time of his life.
Okay.
He won the
He's
got a
Irish. It's
Walk of
St.
Fame.
Patrick's Day. He's a happy fellow.
But so then the actual match and the actual fighting began. First thing we saw.
The first thing we saw was CM Punk versus Carlito.
Yes.
This didn't really make a whole lot of sense. I mean, it's nice to see CM Punk on Raw, even though it's just kind of
They're both in the big match.
out of place. CM Punk got the win. No surprise there. What was next? I can't. Oh yeah, the Snoop Dogg segment with the Santino. That was great.
I personally think that she should not have posed in Playboy.
And
show
show the
people her
boobies. Wait, what? You listen to me, Snoopy Dogg. Snoopy Dogg.
Snoopy the dog.
Snoopy the Dog. Great.
Then the next match.
It was Kendrick and London versus
Umaga. Now, I had a pretty good feeling that Umaga was going to show up and obliterate the competition so they could really build him up as the force to be reckoned with, or force to reckon with, whatever. What I didn't expect was Brian Kendrick to walk away. That troubles me greatly because number one, these two guys don't get enough, they don't get enough screen time as it is. Now, if they split up and get mad at each other,
but the thing here is if they get mad at each other and it starts a feud, they will get screen time because it'll be a story. They were involved in a story.
Right, the story
Of
that
course,
ends their
it's
career.
against each other, but it's it's got the good with the bad. It may work out. We might find something to do.
I know.
Paul London had a pretty decent career before they got together.
But it broke my heart.
It's not the end of the world, I promise.
Well,
the next thing I talked about was the McMahon star ceremony. Not much to mention there. Who gives a
I thought it was right by Kermit the Frog. So two favorites, two heroes of mine.
Yeah. Then the Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels thing. Shawn Michaels was probably just trying to dial up. It's like they told Rick just go into the room and just start ranting for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, we're gonna time you, Rick. Just start talking. If you want to be mad, be mad. Just...
You're not gonna go out there and you will. I'm a match.
I'm getting ready for you. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. You are not gonna get in my way. No point.
Shawn's just standing there like, okay.
There was a minor payoff in the match, but I guess we'll get to that momentarily. But that was a weird moment. At the time, I knew it was weird.
Yeah, the next thing was JBL versus Colin Delaney.
Yeah, bringing back Colin's old... Well, but again, they need to reinforce Colin as the perpetual loser.
Yeah, but I mean, we started to see all this development, all this, last week he was in a match against the tag champions and he held his own.
But it's like I said, it's got to be one step forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah, I guess, but it just, I don't know, there was something odd about it.
But I thought it was funny, the second toughest Irishman in the WWE.
Yeah, I'm sure
Poor little
somebody tougher. Then there was Flair versus McMahon. McMahon pretty much was beating the crap out of Ric Flair through most of this match.
Yeah. I was a little afraid because Flair started off really strong, and I said, uh-oh, because when one starts off strong, he always loses. But then McMahon comes back and finishes strong until, he happens to, You okay?
I'm good, sorry.
But Michaels comes out, yanks the referee, stops a 3 count. So it that didn't really, not even much of a payoff for the initial encounter.
Probably get more yelling from Ric Flair next week.
Oh, great.
The next match. It was Maria and Candice Michaud versus Victoria and Jillian Hall with Santino on commentary.
Oh, wait, Jared. We forgot Jared.
Jared, we forgot to mention Jared, yes. Jared was important. Jared, the Subway guy.
I think the former Jared is getting fatter and fatter. I think now they're starting to dig up these pictures of an old Jared that's fatter than any old Jared I've ever seen. I think they got some fat guy who kind of looks like Jared, and they're like, "Come here, we'll feed you and make you fatter. Just let us take your picture and pretend to be old Jared."
But anyway,
that has nothing to do with wrestling at all. I'm
sorry. Maria and Candice got the win over Victoria and Jillian. And then Santino
through the water,
through the soda, water, iced tea.
Yeah, the drink.
Probably sweet tea because it's Subway. Health first, folks. And then Santino steals
his sandwich. It's a delicious Subway sandwich.
God.
Again, love Santino. You couldn't.
I'm gonna go and apologize to everybody. You can tell we haven't done one of these in a while.
And the light is so bright.
It's kind of distracting.
And we're not wearing white. We're not trying to. We just happen to both be wearing white. This wasn't planned. I don't want you to get the wrong idea from.
Then some Mayweather highlight thing.
Mayweather grew up in the hard streets of Grand Rapids. So the hardest part, I think hard places to grow up: Harlem, South Side of Chicago, Grand Rapids. Roy Jones Jr. was in the video.
One of our own.
He went to I went to his high school.
I've met Roy Jones several times.
Oh,
You've never met him?
No, he was on the Wall of Fame at my high school.
Several times I spoke to him. Then there was Jericho versus Big Show. Big Show basically beats the crap out of Jericho. Not much to talk about.
Jericho accused
some little Kim Kardashian with that weird Johnson guy.
Although she said the hippest and the coolest are all that's allowed at WrestleMania. So I'm thinking, does that mean my ticket has now been invalidated? Because I'm not.
Yeah.
Move on. Just a thought. And I worried for a moment.
Then the main event, and I'm like Scott. I was looking forward to this main event, and it started out great. And then the ending kind of let me down, though.
At first I was a little disappointed when everyone came out. The absences struck me. Obviously Hardy, but that's kind of understandable at this point. But Kennedy wasn't there.
Michaels wasn't there.
Right, and then Jericho.
Jericho wasn't there.
But I thought it turned out to be a pretty good match. I thought it turned out to be pretty.
Like I said, the ending was just kind of. Maybe they ran out of time. Maybe that's why they ended it the way they did. I don't know. And then Triple H basically comes out, pedigrees both of them, and he one-ups them. So they've one-upped each other every week.
Yeah. I mean, we're leading in. Although this kind of makes me think, next week, what's left? I think they really put a lot into this episode.
Next week will probably be just something where they have all of them in the ring talking.
So it's an hour of discussion.
Basically. That's usually what they did the last week before WrestleMania.
They bring out James Lipton. Tell me, Mr. Big Show.
Tell me about your match against Floyd Mayweather. You probably don't know who James Lipton is.
Oh, sure, everybody knows James Lipton. He's in a Geico commercial.
Yeah, so that's it. We're actually out of time.
Yes.
So we have to go.
We apologize for the frantic nature of this one. I think it's the white, it's the light, it's
all good stuff.
So that was Raw and the cat, who's also a freak at this point. Okay, all right, let's calm down.
All right. We're gonna go, everybody.
So we'll see you soon.
Later.
ECW. Goodbye.